What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Kai, and I am here today to bring you my input on the whole situation that took place with Kenneka Jenkins. I hope that you are resting in peace. I send my condolences to your family and your loved ones. And throughout this video, my intentions are only will I speak on the things in which I feel I have not received answers for. I'm going to just throw out some questions here, and hopefully this gets to the public as well as to the investigators so that we can get these answers and we can get some understanding here. So let's start with the camera. As far as we know at this point, we know that there has been various videos and a lot of inconsistencies with these videos, as far as the timestamps, as far as where the cameras are located in the hotel, and as far as how much footage exactly has been given to us and what footage is it that we are missing. Because to me, it's very clear that there are some things that we have not seen that need to be seen. As far as the timestamp goes, we already know that we've seen these videos, how they jump from time to time, and my husband pointed out something that was very interesting to me, as he said, okay, maybe the camera records every like 3 seconds, but even if that was the case, though the camera records every 3 seconds, we've seen a consistent time with Kenneka walking more than 3 seconds down that hallway. So there's no way that was even the case as far as the timestamp goes. And also, as far as the timestamp goes, we've seen the videos, the Facebook lives, we've seen those live timestamps, and we've also seen those timestamps compared to what we've been given by the public, by the hotel, and the times don't match. It shows that Kenneka was alive and in the hotel at 2:30, but it also shows that Kenneka was walking down a hallway staggering at 2:30. So there's inconsistencies there. What I want to know today is, first of all, who had this hotel room? Who was this hotel room? Who name was in this hotel? Who name was this room in at this hotel? Now, if we can get these people, I'm sure you'll get your stories. For one, these people should be in jail. And the reason why is because you have to be a certain age to get a hotel room. And you have to put a credit card on file. So who put their name on this room? And as far as that goes, whomever put their name on this room should be held accountable for what happened to Kenneka, because of the fact that there was underage drinking being condoned in this room that should not have been going on. Also, what I want to know is, whoever name this room is in, I want to understand, were they even there at this party? Were they there, or was it a family member who got this room for these kids and allowed them to drink? Whichever way it goes, if you take that person and you hold them accountable for what happened in that room alone as the underage drinking, as far as that goes, you probably will get talking. People will probably start talking, because if that person was in that room and they have to be held accountable for the death of Kenneka Jenkins, you'll get more information, period. They're not going to keep holding back at that point, because now they're going to go to jail just because of the fact that this room that this incident took place in was in their name. So you're going to start getting people to talk. Now, as far as the room goes, where was the security guard? We've all heard that the security kept coming to the door. In the video, there was a manager, and then they said, oh, it was a security guard. Where did they go? How did they disappear? Because my whole thing is, they came to that door a little bit before Kenneka Cup was made. They came to that door a little bit before Kenneka Cup was made, because it actually was recorded that their manager or security was at the door at the time telling them that they needed to turn down that music or turn it off. So shortly after that, they got up, the guy and the girl, and they went and made that cup and they gave it to Kenneka. So if that video shows that it was around 2:30ish or 2 o'clock, let's just say it was about 2:15 that video timestamp says, okay, the hallway shows that it was about 2:30, showing us that Kenneka left out of that room. Okay, so where was the security guard at this point? Why was the security guard not on watch at this point, being that there is complaints that this room in particular was giving people, receiving complaints about disturbing the peace. Secondly, why is it that the police was never called? My whole thing is this: if you come to that room multiple times, there is a point where now you have to call the police, because these people were disturbing the peace. They did that to Kenneka parents when they went and tried to figure out what the hell was happening and where was Kenneka, and they went looking for her. They called the police on them because of the fact that they were disturbing the peace. So where were these people that was supposed to call the police for these kids disturbing the peace? I don't understand this. I don't understand. So I also want to understand this. We have videos. We have plenty of videos. People have shown videos of Kenneka, walking down the hallway. Kenneka going into the kitchen, and nothing shows that she actually literally walked herself into the freezer. But we have footage. Now, in this footage, at first, it was kind of skeptical. It was in the air whether people edited the video or not. We couldn't really say yay or nay, but at this point, with the new footage that came out showing the guy standing in the corner, this is a fact that this video has been edited. Because how did he get in the corner? We see Kenneka walking past him. We see him standing in that corner. Where's the footage showing him getting in that corner? Let's say he crawled. Okay, if he crawled, then we would have still seen some type of movement and motion from that body, from coming from the crawling position to the standing position. So where is that footage? Where is that point of the day? What happened prior to Kenneka walking in that kitchen? Who else went into that kitchen? Why are we only seeing that it was only Kenneka that day in that kitchen? I can't understand this. So I'm a little bit confused at why we haven't gotten any answers on that standpoint. Why haven't the person who named this hotel this room was in been arrested for condoning underage drinking? And also, why haven't the girl that was shown in the camera apprehended and taken into jail, into custody as well? Because she was shown on camera giving Kenneka a drink. First of all, I don't know if the girl was underage or not, but if she wasn't underage and she gave Kenneka a drink, for one, she just condoned underage drinking, so therefore she should have also been imprisoned or taken into custody just off of that. And also, prior to her giving Kenneka that drink, we all seen Kenneka in the video. We saw that she was not drunk. We saw that she was standing there enjoying herself. So when that girl walked out of the bathroom and handed Kenneka the drink, shortly after that is where the storyline of the police and the hotel says that Kenneka walked out of that room. So if that is the case, whatever she put in Kenneka's drink is actually what caused Kenneka to leave the room and get or become in the mindset in which she was, whether it was drunk or high or her mind was distorted. Whatever was going on in her head with the drug or the alcohol, we don't know. But what we do know is shortly after that girl gave her the cup, the police has said that shortly after that is when she actually left the room. So my whole thing is why is she not being held accountable for Kenneka's death? Whether or not she had anything to do with what took place after that. What you did do is you gave her that drink, you gave her that cup. So when we see her walking out of that room, or we see her staggering in the hallways walking to the kitchen, at that point later on resulted in her being in that freezer dying. So whatever it was that you gave her in that cup is what probably caused her to become in this state of mind to walk herself down into that kitchen. Was your intention to kill Kenneka? We don't know. We don't know what your intentions are at this point, because we clearly know that you were not for her that night. You were definitely playing a part in a role in the whole situation and how it was going to go down. We definitely know that, because in the camera you made it very clear that you were about to give Kenneka the drink. You said, I'm about to give this girl this drink, and the guy that was recording you shushed you as if you was not supposed to be saying that out loud. So once you said that and then walked to Kenneka and gave her that cup, you are incriminated at this point, because you just committed not only a criminal act by handing somebody that is underage alcohol, but you also made it a point to let the camera know that you're about to give this drink to this girl. So I want to understand, why haven't she been apprehended and held accountable for Kenneka's death? Because if she didn't, give Kenneka that cup, would Kenneka have walked out in that hallway in her mind be the way it was, or in the mindset, or would she have been as out of it as she was if that girl had never given her that cup? We don't know. But what we do know for a fact is that you gave her that cup. We seen you do that, and we don't see her after that drinking anything else, and we don't see her before that drinking anything else. So what we do know is that whatever she was drinking, you gave it to her. So My thing is you allowed these fools to incriminate you, so that if shit did go left, you would take the blame for this, because this is a clear point of the whole situation. When it started was when you handed her that cup. So if anything went left, nobody would be looking at these men. They would be looking at you, because you gave her that cup and you allowed them to put you in that position. So if you trying to hide out and be a down ass bitch for them niggas, they sure wasn't doing the same for you. They definitely had a plan, and they definitely set you up. And now not only are you being looked at as a criminal for giving that girl a drink, you're looked at as a fucking murderer, because she ended up dying after she drank your drink, the drink that you gave her. So why hasn't she been put in custody? I need to understand this, because I need to know that if my child goes out and I'm trusting that my child is going to a place in which, let's just say, it is a hotel party and somebody does give my child something to drink, I need to know that my government, that the people that I pay out of my taxes to ensure that if something does happen to my child, that somebody is being held accountable for it. I need to understand that that's going to happen. And in this situation, she is still walking around free. I don't understand why, when she clearly needs to be in custody at this point. This is the reason why people are upset. It is not because of the fact that we're not getting all of the information as far as police reports and all that stuff. We're mad at the fact that nobody has yet been held accountable, which makes no sense, because everything about this night, everything about this whole thing was wrong, from the drinking to the giving her the cup to her walking down the hallway by herself. Everything about it was wrong. And let's just say, for instance, they do want to say, okay, well, the girl, we can't hold her accountable. Okay, well, what about the fucking hotel? They need to be held accountable. Whoever that security guard or whoever that manager was need to be held accountable, because when you get called to a room numerous of times, what you are supposed to do is you're supposed to either have them leave that room, they need to leave that room, or you need to call the police to have them escorted out. If you would have taken those correct steps that you were supposed to take, one, the police would have came and Kenneka would have been out of that room. Maybe she would have been intoxicated, or maybe she would have been like drunk or whatever, but at least she would have never been able to walk herself to that freezer, so you say, or at least she would have never been able to get out of that room and make it to a freezer, period, because they would have shut it down. They would have shut the shit entirely down. Now, my thing is no, maybe, they didn't feel like they needed to call the police at that point. But again, where is the security guards that's supposed to be watching, especially since this damn room has been disturbing the peace? Where were the people that was supposed to be working at that night at the front desk? The people that she walked past coming in, the people that were standing there when where the fuck was the people that was supposed to be at that front desk? I've been to many hotels and I've never walked down to no hotel and I did not see no staff at the fucking front desk. Even if it was like earlier in the day 10 people and then later on that night 1 person, there was always somebody at the front desk waiting and watching for the people that's coming in to the damn building. Like, hello, I don't understand. Why are we not asking these questions? Why are we not getting any answers as regards to somebody needs to be held accountable? I don't give a fuck who it is. It needs to be somebody. And if you get these people, that girl, the person whose room it is, and you put them into custody and you let them know that they're being held accountable, not just for condoning underage drinking, not just for giving Kenneka a cup, but for the actual end result of what took place because of what you allowed to happen, you are going to go to jail for the death of this girl, because of what you allowed to happen led to her dying, and you are going to go to jail for that. And if you put those people behind fucking bars due to the death of Kenneka, you get your story. You will definitely get your story. People will start talking. For one, because at this point, this is no longer considered just a regular ass death. From what I hear, I don't know, these are not facts, but from what I hear, the autopsy of Kenneka has come out. And the autopsy of Kenneka says that she suffocated. So if Kenneka suffocated, there's no way that you suffocate in a goddamn freezer. What will happen is you'll start to freeze and your organs will start to shut down, and then you'll die like that. But there's a fucking such thing as hypothermia. That's an actual thing. They can tell that this is what happened. But you won't suffocate if you're in a freezer and you're freezing. You're not gonna freaking suffocate. You're gonna be going to hypothermia. So my whole thing is this: if the girl suffocated, this is no longer just a regular ass death that she done walked in the freezer and she just died from walking in there at her own will. This is now considered a homicide. So if you put these people at these people that are at the forefront of this whole situation at the table and let them know you about to go to jail for the homicide, for the murder of this girl, because what you allowed to happen led to her death, period, regardless of the fact that if they committed the crime or not, they committed a crime and they need to be behind bars for that. And we need, as the public, need to see that our justice system is not going to be selective when it comes down to choosing who they're going to put behind bars. Because had this been a different event and Kenneka did not end up dying, or you know, she didn't end up walking out that room, or whatever the case may be, and Kenneka was alive and told them, oh, I was raped or I was drugged at this party, guess what you're gonna do? You were gonna go to apprehend those people that who hotel room it was, and the person who gave her that cup. You're gonna put them in prison, but are you gonna put them in jail? And they're gonna go to jail for committing that crime. But now that she's dead, it's now considered a homicide. It's now considered murder, that this girl has died off of the crime that they decided to do prior to the girl dying. So why haven't anybody apprehended these people? I need answers, and I need them fast, because right about now I'm really just like completely over all of this damn we need to still look into it, we don't want the FBI to take over it, we don't know. Well, apparently somebody else needs to take over it, because you ain't even apprehended the people that's committed the small crimes that clearly you see is a fucking crime on camera. So how can we trust that you're gonna actually get to the person that did the crime? I can't understand. You need to give us more. You need to show us more. You need to show us that you're going to put forth the effort and make it happen. Because if you don't show us now, all you're going to do is make the situation get worse, and people are going to start dying. Why? Because people are going to take justice in their own hands. Everybody's seen these people's faces in these videos. I'm telling you, we've seen every single person in this video, and it don't take much for a nigga to be like, we gonna take them out for doing what they did. We've seen it numerous of times. This is no difference. So if you're not going to do your job, the streets are going to do the job for you, because they've already started. They've already started by peacefully protesting, and before you know it, they're going to get mad, and when people start getting mad, people start dying. So I suggest that y'all get this under control right now while it's at the peaceful state, before it get too much out of control. And not only do people start dying that was in that hotel, but you know, people start to attack the fucking police, and they start to attack the actual hotel, the hotel in itself. And it's not too far-fetched that would happen. It's not too far-fetched, because you've seen people go to business and burn them bitches down because they feel like justice was not served because of this company. We've seen the store we've seen the store that Mike Brown was killed at. They burned that bitch down, okay? They burned it down not because of the fact that Mike Brown was, you know, killed. They burned it down because justice was not served. So you are going to make people mad, and when you make people mad, motherfuckers is about to start dropping dead. So I highly suggest y'all get this in order. Y'all go ahead and let the public know y'all apologize for lying about these fucking fake ass videos y'all put out, and that y'all are going to make sure that the people that did this to this girl is going to be behind bars, starting with those very two people, the name on that room and the girl who handed her that drink. I need to see them behind bars, and I need to see it happen fast. Thank you. I hope that you guys share this video. Like it, don't like it, I don't really care. Just make sure you share it. And I will be back, you guys, if I get any more information, if I get any more questions that come to my mind, if anything else just pops out, I will come back, you guys, and share that information with you guys. But until then, we need to see this happen. So push for it. Share this video. Push. Make more videos. Make more videos. And if I don't give a damn how repetitive it gets, keep going and keep going and keep going until we see some type of justice being served. Because right now we ain't got shit, and it's been too long, damn near a week, since this girl has been dead, and ain't nobody behind bars for it. I'm sorry, this is not gonna happen. This is not gonna be okay. So we need to make sure that somebody gets apprehended, and once we get somebody apprehended, we will get the rest of the questions that we need answered. I am sure of that. So do what you may, do how you do it, but please stay proactive, keep this relevant, and don't sleep on it, because if you sleep on it, they will. So till next time, y'all, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.